all the time. Look at my pants. Oh, look at my pants. Oh, look at my pants. Love y'all. Hey, good morning everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which time you're watching this. But it's morning here, and oh, what a beautiful morning it is. What a beautiful morning. So, this morning, aside from giving you guys a little update on the garden, because it's probably needed, I gotta get some trimming done. So I figured I'd let you guys hang out with me while I do my trimming. So, if you guys don't know already, this is the nasturtium, and they take trimming. I don't know, I mean, you could let them just go crazy, and I probably didn't need to trim them up as much as I do. I also eat them, so I come out here and, you know, trim off stuff every day. But about every 3 or 4 days, they grow pretty quick. But you can come out and start taking off the dead flowers. And I'm also, which I wanted to show you, nasturtiums are known for producing their seeds at an astonishing rate. And every single flower, I'm getting a little pod of 3 seeds, and I'm gonna collect them. And then when I build up my little retaining wall over on the other side of the lawn there in the backyard, I'm gonna put, there's brick, like cinder block brick. So all the holes are open in the top of the cinder blocks. So I'm gonna fill those with dirt and plant nasturtiums in each of those all the way down the side of the house, and just let the nasturtiums take over. And yeah, that should take care of that area over there, which it's kind of meh. But yeah, we'll get that done. Nasturtiums seem to like it here, so another easy plant that I could grow. So this week, Merrick's friends Amanda and Sid came up, and that was a very successful little vacation for them. It was only a couple of days. They were only here, I think they arrived on Wednesday and had to leave this morning, which is Friday. So, you know, it wasn't very long, but they had a good time. We went down to Westport and the beach yesterday. I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? When you come visit here, that's what you gotta do. Gotta go hang out on the beach, especially yesterday. Yesterday it was like a high of like 75, and the breeze was super low, especially out on the beach, which is always great because it's almost always really windy out there on the beach. But it was just an absolutely just incredible weather. Great day. So we went and did that, and then came back, and Kenna was at work. Dean wasn't working at the pizza place, but we ended up going and eating at the pizza place that Dean works at last night. Just go hang out, have a beer, have a piece of pizza. I had a salad. Just a salad for me. But yeah, it was fun. We had a really good day. It was a really good visit from the girls. So today we are gonna go film the next reveal. We got a couple things coming out of the kiln fire yesterday. I started it yesterday, so it should be done sometime this afternoon. I'm not in a rush as much this time though. I'm just gonna do my normal. And we gotta go work on stuff today anyway at the guild. We've been having a really good time, especially after the market. Because like I said in the last video, I think it was the last video when I was talking about it, what the market did, we didn't really sell much. We didn't we didn't make a whole bunch of money, but we were able to see what people concentrated on. They looked at a lot, like what people purchased, what they actually were purchasing out there from the other artists. So that's the part that was worth the experience, was getting all that knowledge. And it was like fucking gorgeous out there, so I mean, why not be out at a harbor town when it's freaking gorgeous weather? And then what do we got going on? Really nothing. I mean, we're usually going into the guild every Saturdays because they have the class on Saturdays, and we're kind of the teacher's assistant for the instructor that came in. Professional guy, teaches college up in the Seattle Tacoma area, and is also pretty well known, like does some pretty good stuff. His name is John Ben, Benn, if you want to look him up. And yeah, he's one of those potters that makes huge pots and then literally like stokes a fire, and fire kilns him himself. And so he's up for like 48 hours watching a fire and making sure it maintains temp. Like that's how he throws it down. So it's pretty crazy. But I've seen some of his stuff, and it's pretty amazing. Alright, let's turn you around. You're still holding on to some of the flowers. Don't want to take all of them off because you want it to build some of those seeds. This plant's so cute too. When the flowers start to die, it starts to curl up. It starts to get these little curly keys. Suck it. Suck it! This is really my favorite time of day. Every day. I come out here, have my tea with me, have my towel under my butt, sit down, hang out with the ladies. And if you've ever hung out in a garden, like actually like spent time in a garden, plants talk to you. They do. They'll tell you some shit. It's all about themselves. Like, what else are they gonna talk about? They don't know anything. But they'll tell you what you need to do. You just gotta listen. But yeah, since I've been doing this, some of my best meditations have come out here, right here in this spot. After I'm done trimming, just sit down, get my meditation on, and it's been pretty great. And along with going to the beach, like 2-ish times a week, 3-ish times a week some weeks, something about the ocean resets a lot of things. So I'm starting to realize, like every time we go out there, you can feel it. You can feel the difference. You can feel it coming back. The dogs feel it. We go out to the beach, the dogs come back. I mean, they're happy as shit. And then they'll sleep for like 2 days. Just relax, like totally relaxed. And it's, I don't know, something about being able to feel the tide, the earth actually breathing is, I think it's what does it. Oh man, and the beach water yesterday, super cold, super cold. Like we were walking it in my feet, but the girls after a while, they stopped walking in the actual waves. They were just kind of hanging out in kind of the wet sand, but not really, you know, and every time a wave came up too far, they kind of, you know, like the dogs kind of thing. But I was still walking in it, and after a while, it was almost like yeah, like an ice bath for your feet. Like my feet started to get a little numb, and then I would come out and you could feel the humongous difference between temperature of water and then the temperature of the sand. It was pretty cool. Always fun down there. Always an adventure. And now you can feel that fall is starting to come. Like I felt it on September 1st. It was weird because it had been warm all that week, and it kind of been staying warm, like even in the nighttime. Not super warm, but warmer. And then it went from August 31st to September, and it was like that night you could feel a chill, like just a straight up chill in the air. Like, oh yeah. Oh. When you super know that it's time for hoodies. Favorite time of the year, by the way, hoodie weather. I mean, I live in the PNW, so it's hoodie weather all the time now. But especially when it gets to this point of the year, when I know that I'm gonna be huddled up in all my biggest hoodies soon. Mm-hmm. It's gonna feel good. Mm-hmm. Alright. I can't take off all these, and I need to let some of these seeds get a little bigger. So I think this one's done for now. You can see how it's kind of spread out a little bit. Once I pull it up and I pull you guys out and we do the whole little garden update, you'll see. But since it's grown up and out, its leaf matter has spread out. Plus, I come out and I grab leaves all the time to eat. So, you know, and when you're coming out to grab them to eat, you're gonna grab the awesome ones because they're yummy. The flowers, super yummy too. If you guys haven't heard me say that yet or seen it in my posts, the flowers are yummy. Even Sydney, Merrick's friend, tried a flower, and at first she didn't like them because at first you're like, I'm eating a flower. And I think she had a little bug in the one she picked. So it wasn't the greatest first experience of flower eating, but once she ate a couple more, yeah, dude, there's like a weird green flavor in flowers because it's you can tell that it's just super duper fresh, like super nutrient packed. And then you get down to the innards down here, and it's like a little punch of sweetness. Not really honey. I mean, I can kind of compare it to the flavor of some honey, but no, it's got its own nectar flavor. It's just And now that I'm really used to them, yeah, dude. Yeah. I throw them in my eggs. I throw them in my ramen. I throw them in my fucking tuna sandwiches. Oh, they're so good. All right. How many cents we're talking about? Now, there's a sweetness right there. They're also kind of getting up. The stems are the same flower as the leaf, which is now a really pungent, like black pepper, almost radishy flavor. Oh, damn. All right. Nasturtium number 2. This one shouldn't take as long. Doesn't have as many areas to trim. All right. One of these days, I'm gonna come out here and grab a nasturtium and not check it, and I'm gonna eat a bee. Watch, because the bees love these plants. They go back and forth between the nasturtium plants more than any other plant in our garden. They'll just hang out here in the nasturtiums. Yeah, this one doesn't need much. I mean, honestly, they're super easy to take care of. The neighbor's leaving. This truck is fucking loud. Oh, there we go. Get that out. Get this out. But anyway, yeah, super easy to take care of. And they don't need a lot of water. You can actually let it dry out. And they'll tell you, you can start to see them wilt at the end of the day. So they'll tell you when they need water. And yeah, and they're good. And their leaves and flowers are nutrient rich. And you don't have to cook it or anything. Leaves are super easy to add to salads, to sandwiches, to whatever you would add leafy greens to. I haven't boiled them. I haven't made like fucking, you know, like cooked spinach or anything with the leaves or anything. Mainly because I don't cook a whole lot of my food anymore. Like most of what I eat is raw or pretty close to raw. So yeah. All right. That's that. So I think it's time. Are you guys ready for like the actual garden view? Because it's pretty fucking awesome. I think the stars are definitely the tomatoes. All of them, all the tomato plants are doing outstanding. So if nothing else, I have learned that I can definitely grow heirloom tomatoes in the PNW. Also, what I just started realizing with tomatoes, or what I've learned through growing them, is, dude, they are super, you can bonsai the shit out of them. They will grow wherever you want them to grow. And I'm gonna show you that. Let me put the nasturtium back. I'll grab you. We'll do the tour, and I'm gonna show you. But yeah, dude, so if you have a small space, that's what I'm gonna show you. If you have a small space, like just an itty bitty space on a porch or something, you can grow yourself some tomatoes. And some damn good ones. Because they look pretty. Gotta put the nasturtium back. Oh, let me grab you. Hey, how you doing? All right. So, yeah. So we'll just start right here with the tomatoes. So this one right here was the very first tomato that popped out. And it's the, well, maybe not the biggest in the garden. We might actually have a couple bigger ones now, but you can see we are getting tomatoes everywhere in the plants. And I'm gonna take you out and around, but look, like the flower pockets are popping everywhere. Everywhere. So yeah, tomatoes are doing super good. The cherry tomatoes, we got cherry tomatoes popping. Let me see if there's some pears in here. You gotta look back over there. You see them? Yeah, right there in the middle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those are gonna be yellow pears. And then, boom. These are the Brandywine. So they should turn pinkish reds, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. So yeah, the tomatoes are doing amazing. And then here's what I really wanted to show you guys. So as I told you in some of the other videos, this small one right here, it's in a space of probably about 3.5 to 4 feet tall up to the top of there. Okay. And then I've kept it, you know, that's only about maybe 2.5 to 3 feet wide. So and what's crazy about these is you can chop off one of these leaves, and I've noticed that once you chop it off, it kind of knows not to grow farther than that spot. So once I started to realize that, I came down to these, and with these ones, those are scissors. With these ones, I was able to cut each branch and then train them to actually grow where I need them. So you can see the curvature of this branch right here. See that? I actually have started to pull this one over, and I've attached it right here to this one, and it's pulling itself over. And then as it gets up here, I'm gonna just pull it over farther and farther. So just go. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of this one, because this is that last one that's just, I mean, I'm amazed at how big this little guy is, because it was dead. It was like super dead. So anyway, yeah. So you guys saw the nasturtiums. Merrick's flowers are starting to grow out of the pot. She needs to come out and clean those up too. Clean up all of those little dead flowers and add a little dirt to it, because it's settled down. The beans have pretty much stopped producing beans, but they still look nice, you know. So I've gotten almost the last harvest is off. You can see I got a couple there. A couple beans growing under there, but no more of the white beans, and these beans over here aren't giving me anything else at all. I got a couple flowers going, like, but not much. So those are pretty much done. Potatoes, see how the leaves are starting to die off. So in the next week or two, maybe, once those start actually hanging, we'll pull out all the potatoes. So that'll be another nice, fun little reveal type video, because I'll record that. And then the onions, they're still flowering and shit. So those aren't ready yet. Peanuts going crazy. And then I don't know if we're gonna get any fruit out of the cauliflower, but I mean, it's been super fun to grow, and I've been watching the life of the freaking silkworms, so that's been nice. But I don't know where they're making their pods to turn into moths. So anyway, but yeah. And then this one right here, and you can see this one in its small ass state, we're still getting really nice bunches everywhere, multiple bunches up top. And this was another spot, when it got up to here, up to the roof, I trimmed this, and now it hasn't gone any farther. It's just, even the leaves kind of bent themselves. It was kind of cool to watch it all happen. And then the carrots are just about to come out, so these will be the second little harvest. Only 3, but I'm gonna eat the shit out of them. And then our basil, sage, and green onions are doing fine. I continue to harvest the green onions, as you can see. Yeah, delicious. And then our Cleo, dude. The Cleopatra, and then, oh, look at that. It's almost a completely burgundy leaf. What? Yeah, it's just gonna have very slight little sliver of green on it. Oh, it sounds awesome. And then the other new growth that was right behind it in the center there are completely green. They don't have hardly any. I mean, there's like a tiny little bit right there of burgundy, but it's like all green. So yeah, this plant has been super fun so far to watch. And then finally, show you guys right here, dude. The peppers have finally started to do some shit. Like all of them, even the ones over here. They're all starting to go off. And I don't have any flower pods on these ones yet for the serranos. And I definitely don't have any flower pods down here on the jalapenos yet. They're all growing. But check out here. Here we go. The Hungarians, the Cayenne, and the Poblano all have flower pods. And these ones are going off now. You can see all the different flower pods coming out on these. So, shit, man. Maybe we get some fruit. Hopefully it doesn't get cold too fast, and we'll actually get some fruit. All right, let's take you down and let's show you the corn. The corn's actually starting to die off, and I never got fruit. And once it got to this point and it flowered, that was pretty much the end of growth. So that's something that I'll try out a little differently next year. Maybe I'll grow corn. I really don't know if I'm going to, unless somebody else wants to like go to the work of building the whole thing that grows corn. And then Merrick Snapdragons are doing outstanding over here. Once we moved them, it got rid of all the other flowers that were in there. The blue ones are still kind of hanging on, but not really. But yeah. And then my Leptonella. Let's go down here. It all started to finally really take off, and we're getting new growth coming into the rock area, which is what I wanted. It's growing back underneath. See that? We're getting brand new growth right underneath there. And these ones are starting to actually carpet out. So yeah, so very, very happy about everything in the garden. It's just been super fun this whole time. So yeah, the next episode will probably be out pretty quickly because I want to do another reveal for pottery for the ceramics. So when I clean out the kiln today, I'll get that going, and then I think I'm going to do a little video on a couple things that I'm making. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Maybe some time lapses of each step along the way, but that would be a longer video. That would be like something that would come out in like a few weeks. Like it would take that long to actually get done, so you could see the whole entire process put together all in one, instead of releasing them in like little snippets. Because I don't know, when I watch those little snippets, I don't really get much from them. For me, maybe you guys, you tell me, put something in the comments on YouTube and tell me which, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. That's what it is. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna sit down, get some relaxation done, drink my tea, and then eventually Merrick will get up and we'll get ready and we'll go to the guild. Yeah, I need to find some honey. The market's been out of my honey the last like 2 weeks, and I ran out like 5-6 days ago. So now I'm using like a secondary quote unquote local honey. It's produced on the other side of fucking Seattle, and then they ship it the fuck over here. How the hell is that local? That's not, the bee from on the other side of Seattle 2 hours away does not fly over the fucking mountain to pollinate flowers over here. I don't know how they call it local. And that's what I was telling you when I told you about honey. You should all be drinking honey, by the way, or eating honey in some way, shape, or form, and raw honey, like, you know, mix it in like a tea or something, or a drink. Especially if you deal with the sniffly, you know, the hay fever stuff, all the allergies that comes along with this type of year, fall season, spring season, whatever it is, start drinking the local honey. And I mean local, super local. Like within 50 to 100 miles of where you are. I would even say closer than that. Like the one that I buy is in Hoquiam, 4 miles away. So yeah. But anyway, so I just miss it, and I figured I'd get that off my chest while I'm here, because I want some more honey. So I gotta go check that out today too, on the way to the guild. So we'll do that, because our market's like right next door to the guild. I mean, everything in this town is right next door to each other. So it's so awesome. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you're having an amazing fucking day. I hope you're smiling. I hope you're breathing. I hope you're laughing your face off. I hope the people around you love you. And I hope somebody right next to you told you today that you're beautiful and they love you. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right? Bye.